There we go. Now I'm on. Welcome back, everybody, to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles to keep you up to date on what is going on in this crypto world. And what is going on? We have a government shutdown finally over. We have the first XRP ETF. The Bitcoin network is still stronger than ever, but why are we still dipping? Bitcoin is currently at $100,568. Well, again, this usually happens. We get bullish news going on, and then, of course, prices dip because of it. No one buys the news, but maybe we'll probably see something on later during the week. We got an analyst on there showing the Bitcoin chart. Like they were pointing out, like what were they doing? They were pointing like pinpoints of the cycle. We're going, oh, we had a dip. We hit the bottom of the 250-day moving average and like bounce back up. So it was like here, bottom, bounce up, here, bottom, bounce up. So I think Ivan on Tech was showing that chart today. So who knows? We could make our way back up. There's still a chance for Bitcoin to touch 150 by the end of the year. It's still just the beginning of November. But yeah, so what else is going on though today in the crypto world? Again, we have President Trump signed the bill that reopened the federal government, officially ending the shutdown after weeks of negotiations and uncertainty within Washington. So again, we're going to finally get maybe some ETFs getting approved. We had XRPs come in today, and I think it wasn't a full real ETF. I think it was like a trust type of one, but that can easily be converted over. But hopefully we start seeing either a Solana and Litecoin ETF start rolling in soon. And because of the shutdown being over, we also might have another rate cut happening in December, but they've been speculating like going, don't count on it, but we do know we need it. So if we do get a rate cut, then that's still bullish news for Bitcoin to continue on. But what else is happening in this space? Who remembers back in January when the EU Central Bank President Christine Lagarde said, I'm confident that Bitcoin will not enter the reserve of any European central bank. Well, today, Czech Republic Central Bank buys 1 million Bitcoin. So yes, she was wrong because you can't stop this train. Bitcoin is going to be everywhere, guys. Like everyone's going to have it in their portfolio. Everyone's going to have it in a strategic reserve. Everyone's going to be spending it because we even got more word on, what was it, Square today? No, Cash App makes you allowed to send Bitcoin without even owning it. So Bitcoin is coming. It's here. It's not going anywhere. So if you get people saying, oh, it's never going to be coming in, don't even listen to them. This is just noise that you just ignore. So don't sell your Bitcoin. Just keep stacking. And then let's see, also in the news today, the US has officially minted its final penny. So the title said, penny's dead. It's not dead. It's just they're no longer minting anymore. So after 232 years today, the US Mint has made the final and last penny. They had a little countdown to it. It was like right here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boop. And that's easy. Look how simple it was for them to just print money, make money out there. So because of this, like some guy actually asked Grok about this, like what's this going to actually do to like the government and the world? Well, discontinuing the penny has minimal macroeconomic implications to it. It's mostly just a win for the fiscal efficiency. The US has been losing money minting them, costing 3 cents each to mint 1 cent of a penny. So halting production saves tens of millions annually. Taxpayers' funds with negligible effects on inflation or prices, since digital transactions now are greater than 80% of payments. It avoids rounding altogether. Cash sales would round to the nearest nickel instead, and potentially adding pennies to consumers' tabs on average. But estimates peg that the total hit at under 10 million a year nationwide is peanuts in our $28 trillion economy. Now, other countries have experienced minor experiences mirror this. Canada axed their penny in 2013, rounding cash to 5-cent increments while keeping electronics exact. Prices didn't rise meaningfully, and it cut minting waste without economic ripples. Australia ditched their penny to the and 2-cent coin in 1984. Same story. Smoother cash handling, no macro fallout. It's more modernized amid inflation and digitization than any big shift. So again, it's just like it's a smooth transition. We're really not going to see anything from it. Just who knows? Maybe like down the road in the future, we'll start seeing things get rounded off to the nearest nickel instead of the penny anymore. Because again, they're not minting anymore. We still got plenty of them. I'm sure people got them sitting in their car, hidden in couch pillows. Like it's kind of now like just a relic of history. But again, it just shows we're moving to a digital age. Like Grok just said, like over 80% of like transactions are digital now. So again, we don't need physical cash anymore. We really just don't. But that is it. So hoorah, pennies no more going to be minted. It was a nice run. Is Abraham Lincoln still around? Abraham Lincoln was still in the $5 bill, so he ain't going anywhere. But just wanted to point that out. And then also in the news, if you're just not doing anything, got nothing to watch today, check out Bitcoin Magazine Amsterdam. They are having their event right now from November 21st. No, it's Bitcoin Black Friday event. No, but they are currently having Amsterdam 2025 right now, day one. It's already playing live. You can watch a bunch of interviews going on. We've had Tyler Winklevoss predict Bitcoin will become the global reserve currency and hit $1 million per Bitcoin. Everyone's calling that. Even I called that months ago. I was calling it to happen in like the year 2035 or 2040, but the way things are going around the world, it could be a lot faster and sooner. And then let's see, also speaking at Bitcoin Amsterdam, Justin, $15 billion Bitwise director, shows that a 5% capital rotation from gold to Bitcoin could send Bitcoin to $242,000. So he is bullish. And let's see, anything else going on at Bitcoin Magazine? Nothing that we can hear of yet. Just also breaking, Jack Dorsey's Cash App just announced a launch of instant Bitcoin payments for its 58 million active users. Bullish, and I do have an article where we will be covering that. But let's dive into the news. So yeah, that's Bitcoin Magazine, Bitcoin Amsterdam going on right now. If you want to watch it live, just go onto YouTube or go on their Twitter account and watch all the live interviews happen. They'll be playing all day long. They'll have recaps later on, so definitely don't miss out on all this really educational information that you just can't get anywhere else. But let's dive into the news now. What are we going to start off with? Let's talk about the Bitcoin miner's heartbeat, and its metric shows that Bitcoin's network is still strong. This is coming from Crypto Potato, and Bitcoin has briefly dropped near the $102,000 mark before a quick recovery to $105,000 on Wednesday, amid ongoing macro uncertainty going on. We got turbulence aside, but the network fundamentals still remain solid. In fact, new analysis indicates that Bitcoin miners' activity continues to strengthen, with the crucial hash rate momentum metric trending upward. Now, no signs of miner weakness yet, but the Alphatic co-founder Zhao Wedson said that the hash rate momentum score, which is a metric tracking Bitcoin's mining activity, indicates continued network strength. Now, the score combines the 7-day hash rate change, the weighted at 30%, and the 30-day change, weighted at 70%. Now, to assess whether the network security is improving or weakening, it also includes a 90-day moving average to capture long-term trends. Now, Wetson explained that a downward slope in the moving average typically points to the onset of miner capitalization, which will, while a move into the negative territory suggests the phase has ended, he ended that the indicator currently remains in the positive territory, while the moving average trends upward, indicating stable network conditions and steady miner confidence, the analyst added. But it's definitely a metric to keep on our radar, because when the curve turns, it often foreshadows major shifts in the ecosystem, so we want to pay attention to this. Now, BTC's price action is under watch, so at the same time, institutional investment activity also showed signs of recovery. Bitcoin exchange-traded funds are seeing renewed investor interest after October's devastating market crash. Was it so devastating? 126 to 100. Like, that's nothing new with cryptocurrencies seeing those dips happen. So I wouldn't really consider it a crash, but I don't know, if it hits that certain percentile, it can be labeled it. But BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust led the day with $224.2 million in inflows, followed by Fidelity's with $165.8 million. Then we also have ARK and 21 Shares joint ETF attracted more than 102 million. Let me drink some water really fast. I do not know what's in my throat. And then we also got Grayscale's BTC and Bitwise saw inflows of 24.1 million and 7.2 million respectively. Now, with institutional demand returning, Glassnode reported that Bitcoin is currently positioned between the 0.85 and 0.75 cost basis, with quantities at $108,000 and $100,000. Now, these levels have served as key support and resistance zones in previous instances, and as such, a breakout in either direction is likely to determine Bitcoin's next trend. So we're going to dip below 100,000, or we're going to start peaking above 108. That is really going to let us know where Bitcoin is heading at that point. So just keep tracking the price action going on. Now, analysts are now also monitoring the 365-day moving average, which is a support level that has supported the price in the past rallies. Now, a break below could trigger a downward trend like mid-2022, when the crypto asset fell roughly 66%. Now, as Crypto Potato had recently noted, the current cycle patterns point to possible multi-year corrections and potential bottoms near $38,000 and $50,000 around October 2026. So if we hit the bottom again, those are the prices some analysts are looking at. But short-term and long-term averages are close to forming a death cross. Though similar signals previously resulted in recoveries, strong resistance remains above the current price. So I guess with these death cross signals, you're taking the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, seeing them converge, and then at that point you're really seeing like if it's above the line, it's probably going to be bullish, or no, it's going to be bearish downwards. But if it's below the trend line or the just the price of the Bitcoin's price action, then it's a bullish news. So yeah, so keep an eye on the 50-day and 200-day moving average and see where that either be a golden cross or death cross appear. But other than that, Bitcoin is still strong. It's the heartbeat of everything going on. Like there's still nothing to worry about. Like if you were convicted with Bitcoin, you're holding long term, you know it's going to change the world. You got nothing to fear. If it even dips down to 30,000, you're just buying it up. And Bitcoin's never going to go to zero. I think I saw something funny from Bitcoin Magazine that like Bitcoin's never going to go to zero because Adam Back has a 21 million buy at 1 cent out there. So again, I'm sure many other people have that same thing going on. So Bitcoin's never going to go down. If it does, it's going to be a brief instant. But that is our Bitcoin news, being the mining heartbeat of the whole metric system out there. Now let's continue on with the news. We have Cash App's new feature lets people pay with Bitcoin even if they don't own any. So I had to actually look this up. I didn't realize Cash App was a part of Jack Dorsey's sister company, so under the Block. So you got Square, which we just found out the other day that they rolled out like merchants able to accept Bitcoin payments at their businesses, which makes it super simple. We got a lot of videos out there showcasing people utilizing it, spending Bitcoin via the Lightning Network to pay for coffee, haircuts, food. Like we had so many videos of it. And now I realized like Cash App is actually a part of that company too. So Square is a part of Block Inc. or is underneath it. And then you got Cash App underneath it. So Jack Dorsey is really doing a lot of stuff since his total censorship days of Twitter. So he did say he was going to be like making Bitcoin like known worldwide. He was going to make a change within this industry, and he is actually fulfilling that right now. So he had a long way to go, but I'm liking everything he's doing so far since Twitter. But let's go through this article to hear how people can send Bitcoin without actually even having any Bitcoin. So Cash App has launched a feature that lets its 58 million users pay with Bitcoin instantly using their USD balance, meaning they can pay with Bitcoin without even owning any. So Cash App is making Bitcoin more usable for everyday payments. Starting today, the app will let you pay with Bitcoin instantly, even if you don't hold any. Now, by automatically converting your USDC balance on the app into Bitcoin for the merchant, in a series of app features announced today, the app will also now spend Bitcoin locally. It'll pay in USD over the Lightning Network and send or receive stablecoins. Now, all these updates are part of Cash Releases, the platform's first bundled launch of new features the company shared with Bitcoin Magazine. Now, with the new Bitcoin payments with USD feature, users can make instant Bitcoin payments even if they don't hold any Bitcoin. Cash App will automatically convert USD from a user's balance into Bitcoin for the merchant. And in other words, this makes Bitcoin payments accessible to all 58 million monthly users of Cash App out there without taxable events or decreasing their Bitcoin holdings. Now, Square merchants benefit too. So with no fees or chargebacks and the network operates without middlemen, users can choose any payment path, USD to USD, Bitcoin to Bitcoin, Bitcoin to USD, or USD to Bitcoin. It's all powered by the open Bitcoin network, and it will encourage merchants to ask customers to pay in Bitcoin to avoid the card fees, because usually this is why merchants will love Bitcoin. It saves them on the fees they usually pay for like Visa and MasterCard, which is like 3%. Utilizing the Bitcoin Lightning Network, instantaneous, micros of a penny of a fee to transfer, and it's secured by the most awesome blockchain ever, which is Bitcoin. Now, this system works wherever Bitcoin is accepted, connecting millions more users to fast, low-cost, borderless payments. Now, here's an image showcasing that. So how do you want to fund your $10 Bitcoin payment? You can choose either the cash in your account or Bitcoin available, so you don't need to have the Bitcoin in there to do it. Now, Cash App's Bitcoin map. So, on top of Bitcoin payment features, Cash App rolled out a Bitcoin map following Square's Bitcoin payments launch. The map shows where local merchants accepting Bitcoin are located, letting customers pay instantly via the Lightning QR codes. Now, about 20% of Americans are open to using Bitcoin for daily transactions, and the company said and Cash App wants to make that transition seamless for both consumers and businesses. So, in addition to all this, Cash App is introducing stablecoin support. Customers can now send and receive digital dollars globally, and stablecoins maintain a one-to-one value with the US dollar. While enabling near instant transfers, Cash App will automatically convert receivable stablecoins into USD. Now, Bitcoin was created to be a peer-to-peer cash system, and Cash App is building tools to make it work as intended. Fast, open, and borderless, said Miles Sutter, Bitcoin product lead at Block. Now, when asked about the stable coins and whether they might compete with Bitcoin, Sutter told Bitcoin Magazine that the legacy fiat system are money 1.0. Slow, expensive, closed systems with banking hours and borders. Now, Bitcoin is money 2.0, the ultimate goal. Truly decentralized, open, and permissionless. Stablecoins are money 1.5, a pragmatic tool and a meaningful improvement from traditional finance rails, but we don't see them as a competitor to Bitcoin. So he describes stablecoins as a complementary tool for users, offering speed and stability, while Bitcoin still remains the platform's foundation. Now, Cash App will also enhance their auto invest feature. The company said scheduled Bitcoin purchases now carry no fees or spreads, making it easier and more affordable for users to invest regularly. Now, standard one-time purchases have fees and spreads, Suter said, but we've built an entire ecosystem of ways to stack sats for free, like auto invest, paid in Bitcoin, and roundups. The goal is giving customers multiple options to build their Bitcoin affordability. Now, since 2018, Cash App has helped over 24 million active users buy Bitcoin with features like paid in Bitcoin, enabling automated conversions or direct deposits in Bitcoin. It also helps people buy Bitcoin too, because I use Cash App as a tool for members of the club who have a bank account who doesn't like crypto or Bitcoin at all. So if they were to try to purchase a Bitcoin on Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, like any one of these exchanges out there, man, that's a loud ringtone. Like if they were to try to buy on any of the exchanges, their bank usually puts a hold on it or stops the transaction completely. So my little workaround with them was like, hey, do you have Cash App? Because they can just buy the Bitcoin on Cash App and all their bank sees on the other end is, oh, they're using the financial app. They're probably sending money to a friend or they're doing this with it. It doesn't even bring up Bitcoin at all. So it kind of is like that little workaround when your bank doesn't like crypto at all. So Cash App has been helping more than 24 million active users, and I've been utilizing them to help members and people as well. But let's continue on with the article. So Bitcoin payments via Square. Earlier this week, Square rolled out Bitcoin payments for U.S. sellers, allowing roughly 4 million merchants to accept Bitcoin through their terminals with no processing fees until 2027. Now, the system enabled instant transactions via the Lightning Network, first piloted at Compass Coffee in Washington, D.C. Merchants could receive Bitcoin, convert it to USD, or automatically convert part of their daily sales into Bitcoin. Now, when asked about the criticism that platforms like Square or Cash App might be centralizing Bitcoin, Sutter said, well, if you want access to the fiat banking systems today, you still need centralized providers. The end goal is self-custody, which is why we built BitKey. We're building auto sweeps to self-custody that will roll out later, and deep BitKey integration with Square is coming in 2026 for self-custody of funds that you receive as payments to convert daily card sales. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because it was like literally last year, I think, covering the news when Jack Dorsey was rolling out his BitKey like crypto wallet out there. So I guess this was a part of the long-term plan. Let's make this wallet first, so that way people will have self-custody access. Now we're coming to today's time. Oh, now let's let our Square merchants out there be able to accept Bitcoin payments easily and seamlessly. And then also now Cash App. Okay, we're making this so simple for people to buy and acquire Bitcoin, use it for everyday life. But the final goal is still to self-custody your Bitcoin. Don't leave it on Cash App. Don't leave it on Square. So maybe this is going to be a way to connect, like seamlessly integrate like the Square system to just connect to that BitKey wallet out there. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm thinking out loud as I read this article, just trying to combine articles I've read in the past. But that would be really interesting, though, if they do go that route. Now, Jack Dorsey's Block Inc. formerly known as Square, has evolved into a full-stack Bitcoin company spanning payments, mining, open source software, and self-custody solutions. Now, through subsidiaries like Cash App, BitKey, Proto, Spiral, Tidal, Block is driving Bitcoin's adoption across both consumer and developer ecosystems. Now, the company itself holds over 8,780 Bitcoin and continues to deepen its integration with Bitcoin, aligning its business strategy with the network's long-term growth. Now, according to Sutter, the company envisions Bitcoin becoming everyday money and a universal financial infrastructure enabling truly global commerce. So, guys, like people out there around the world like Jack Dorsey, and there's so many other people out there, are making it easier for just everyday users to acquire Bitcoin. Like, we're getting to that point where, again, it's like people are going to be utilizing crypto without even realizing it. It's like you don't need to know how your phone works at all. You send a text, it's going to go to your phone. Phone call comes in, I use the internet. Yeah, everything works smoothly, but do I know how this thing was built? Do I know the code software that went into it? No, I do not. So you don't have to. And this is what crypto is going to be. People are going to be utilizing it without even realizing they're utilizing it. And it's not just crypto, it's blockchain technology, because that's the true thing that's innovating all of this. Because without blockchain, we wouldn't have cryptocurrencies. Like, that's always the way I like to explain to people. Like, crypto is kind of like your phone, while the blockchain is the software service on it. So even if this didn't have iOS's system on there, it's just a very heavy paperweight. It's there, can't do anything with it. But so without the blockchain, just like cryptocurrencies, will not work without it. So yeah, so that's our Cash App news for you. Now let's talk about XRP's ETF. So yeah, this is bullish news, but what's going on with XRP's price? We are currently at $2.30, down to $1.17 since its release. Let's take a look at the ETF. Let's see, it was Canary Capital XRPC. I think it was called XRPC, Capital XRPC. Can we get some more images? Tools, can I look at Robinhood? Well, let me look at it there. Robinhood. I may need to log in. Let's see. Canary Capital, XRP, Robinhood. Let's just do price. Oh, dang it. I hate don't you hate that when you hit a button and it pulls up the whole back end code? Let's see. I was totally looking at this earlier today because I was going, wait a minute, it actually did get released. Let's see. First XRP. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to show you this, guys, but let's actually hear about it though, and like what actually took place today. So Canary Capital Spot XRP ETF goes live on Robinhood. So the long-awaited moment for XRP's community has finally arrived. Canary's Capital Spot XRP ETF, known as XRPC, is now listed on Robinhood and began trading around 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, so 6:30 if you're on the West Coast of the United States. Now, what the XRPC ETF offers. So ahead of the launch, Canary Capital shared details about the new product on social media, the XRPC ETF, which provides direct exposure to XRP, the native token of the XRP ledger. Now, a network built for fast, low-cost global payments. According to the firm, the ETF is designed to reflect network performance across payments and liquidity protocols and highlights XRP's established role in cross-border transfers. Now, Canary Capital stressed its belief that XRP Ledger represents a leading framework for global payments with strong capabilities and interoperability within distributed financial systems. Now, it is a big day for XRP and digital assets. The launch follows months of anticipation within the crypto space. XRP now joins Bitcoin, HBAR, Ethereum, and Solana as the next single asset cryptocurrencies to receive an ETF in the United States. Now, several more XRP ETFs are expected to follow soon, including filings from Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, and 21 Shares. Now, experts see this as a possible turning point for XRP's adoption, especially among institutions seeking regulated exposure. Now, XRP's price. What should we expect from it? Well, XRP's price is currently trading at $2.45, has slipped into the red zone. One analyst said that XRP is still forming a potential bullish setup, and the price has found support between $1.75 and $2.17. But a strong move above $2.69 range is needed to confirm a clear breakout to the upside. And I was able to pull this up. XRP's Canary ETF is currently at $25. I think when it rolled out, it was like at 30. Here, boom, zoom over there. So if you can see that. So Canary ETF, it's currently at 25. Started off as 30. And of course, markets rolled out, had a little dip, and now it's moving sideways right now. So I guess usually when you're doing trading in this stuff, like you always try to get that morning. Like that's the traditional financial system right there. Like at 6:30 a.m., 9 o'clock. That's the only time you get to trade these guys. It's like, gotta be on it, gotta time it, right? Versus us being in crypto, it's like there's a new coin out there. It's 2:30 in the morning. Let's make that trade. Boop, boop, boop. Done. Got my coin. So crypto and blockchain lives 24/7, while the traditional standard stock market, you gotta wait like from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So very limited time, Monday to Friday. So, but yeah, so we should be getting some more XRP ETFs out there. Again, like 3 more. We might probably be seeing also some other ETFs outside of XRP, like Litecoin, Solana, and HBAR too. So like there was 16 ETFs like waiting for approval before this government shutdown, and so that just got pushed back. So hopefully they'll get approved. We'll see some more inflows go into ETFs, which again then is bullish news for the price action. But that's just letting you know though, guys, XRP ETF is here, first one ever in the United States, and it is trading live now on Robinhood. So if you want to go get it, get it. I'm not getting it just because I don't like Ripple. I'm just saying. It's kind of like when Walmart or Target went woke. It's like you don't want to go shopping there anymore. So it's like kind of the same thing. That's just my stance for that. But no, XRP is still a great solid coin out there. It's fast, it's cheap, and yeah, it's got that utility behind it. So yeah, get it if you like, but it's not in my portfolio, and that's okay. And anybody can have whatever they want in their portfolio. Take the chance. I don't need to be in every single altcoin out there. My main goal is just to get Bitcoin and keep that value growing. If I dip into the other altcoins and they make some gains, awesome. I'm moving it back over here. But that is our XRP news. Now let's talk about UFC's parent company, TKO, signs a Polymarket deal for an exclusive predictions market. So Polymarket will power official prediction markets and fan engagement features for the UFC and Zuffa boxing, thanks to this multi-year deal they just made. So, Ultimate Fighting Championship parent company TKO Holdings has agreed to a multi-year deal with Polymarket to make the platform the official exclusive prediction market partner of UFC and Zuffa boxing. Now, the collaboration introduces engagement features designed to help fans interact with combat sports. Central to the partnership is a real-time fan prediction scoreboard that will debut during UFC's broadcast. Now, visualizing global fan sentiment and fight forecasts as even unfold, this data-driven tool is designed to bring audience sentiment into the matches. Now, few sports generate emotion and debate like the UFC, said Shane Copeland, founder and CEO of Polymarket. In a statement, by bringing prediction markets to the broadcast and arena, we're giving fans a new way to be part of the action, not just watching outcomes, but watching the world's expectations evolve with every round. And new, said one tweet out there. Official exclusive prediction market of the UFC and TKO Polymarket. Pick Twitter. Oh, so they had a picture in there. I wish Decrypto would show the photos like some other exchange sites out there. But on CNBC's Squawk Box earlier Thursday, he elaborated on the team up. Now, what's exciting about our approach is that you can buy and sell, you can trade just like a stock throughout the fight, said Copeland, and you can buy and sell as momentum swings. We will start with that and we'll take from there based on customer feedback. Now, the companies will also launch a social media series called Matchup Predictions, Who's Next, which will use Polymarket data to fuel speculation about potential matchups for top fighters following their wins. Now, Polymarket will also serve as the inaugural official brand partner of Zuffa Boxing, the professional boxing promotion launching in January 2026, bringing similar fan engagement experiences to boxing events. Now, by partnering with Shane and his team at Polymarket, we're unlocking a new dimension of fan engagement, said TKO Executive Chair and CEO Ara Emanuel. Integrating Polymarket with the UFC and Zuffa Boxing's live experience will also help fans interact with these events in real time, transferring passive viewership into active participation. Now, Polymarket recently signed a deal with the NHL to license trademarks from the Hockey League and has also agreed to integrate with Google Finance and Yahoo Finance. The platform has also confirmed plans to launch its own crypto token, though it's expected to come in 2026 following the firm's return to the US market. Users on Myriad, a predictions market operated by Decrypt's parent company Dastan, just gave an 18% likelihood that Polymarket will officially announce its token by year's end. Now, Polymarket recently raised $2 billion from New York Stock Exchange owner Intercontinental Exchange, which valued the crypto startup at $9 billion. So, yeah, Polymarket is a growing prediction market out there. We've had, what was the first ones out there? Was it Lolli Polymarket or was it Kalshi? I forget which one came first out there, but Polymarket is definitely growing, making partnerships here and there. Again, we've seen they made a partnership with the NHL, Yahoo Finance. I didn't hear about the Google Finance one, but I guess that is in the road too. And now UFC's parent company making predictions about the engagement, every swing, and like going, oh, who's going to win the match at every turn. So this is going to be very exciting to see this play out and how Polymarket just continues to grow, because I'm curious on prediction markets out there. Like, where are we heading with these guys? Like, it has been so bullish this year. Like, there's been, like, it almost gives me like the AI feeling out there. Like, we're just getting all this news. There was just memes and AI. Now the narrative is still some AI news, but prediction markets, I was like, I just keep seeing it every single day. So yeah, maybe consider the Polymarket coin when it comes out, or get some more Kalshi. Now let's move on to our final news article. Just, we got to be safe out there, especially our friends down under. That's right, I'm talking about Australia, because scammers are posing as Australian police to steal cryptos, and authorities are warning their citizens. And so am I right now by bringing you this article. So, scammers in Australia impersonate police using the government's report cyber system to legitimize their calls and trick victims into handling over crypto. So let's hear how exactly they're getting people to hand over crypto. So, cryptocurrency scammers have impersonated Australian police and exploited government infrastructure to pressure victims into handing over their digital assets. The Australian Federal Police said on Thursday that the scammers used the local cybercrime reporting tool, Report Cyber, to submit reports about their targets. And then at a later time, they contacted victims posing as police and inviting them to check the report on government websites. Now, lending credibility to the scammers because they're using the official government websites out there. Now, in one case, the scammers warned that the victim that they would be contacted by a representative from a crypto company who would also provide information to provide their legitimacy. Now, the second caller then attempted to persuade the target to transfer money from their platform wallet to the wallet of their choice. Thankfully, the target became suspicious and hung up, said the Australian Federal Police. Now, what is this showcasing? Here's the report of the cybercrime incident. So this is the page they're using, the ASD directive. Now, this is a game of pretend. So AFP Detective Superintendent Marie Anderson said that scammers falsely claimed that an individual had been arrested and the victim identified in an investigation involving a crypto breach. She noted that the scammers' verification steps often resemble legitimate law enforcement procedures, making the scheme highly convincing to some victims. Now, Anderson said that this was part of a broader trend in scams becoming increasingly sophisticated. She encouraged Australians to adopt necessary safety measures online and warned that if you contacted by someone about a cyber report you didn't lodge or authorize someone to make on your behalf, terminate the call immediately and report it. So they also said, also bear in mind, legitimate law enforcement officials will never request access to your cryptocurrency accounts, wallets, bank accounts, cryptocurrency wallet seed phrases, or any personal information relating you to financial accounts. Again, that's just something you should always take in mind. Just keep it engrave it in your noggin, because again, nobody ever anywhere is going to be asking you for your wallet, your seed phrase, bank accounts, any personal information. Nobody's going to, in reality, nobody is going to do that. So if somebody does start asking for that, just be aware, have a red flag pop up in your mind. Oh, this is a scam. Whatever I'm doing right now, delete, block, report, get away, just forget about it. Because again, they're phishing for you to provide any kind of information. Emails with passwords. They can now log into all your social media accounts, start promoting even more scams on there. Access to your bank account or crypto exchanges that don't have two-factor authentication on there. They're just trying to get as much information as possible. And the worst thing is they can get you to actually send money to their own wallet. It's oh, your crypto's unsafe where you have it. You want to move it over here. Here's the QR code, or here's the address to send it to. And the moment the person sends it, it's gone. There's nothing else to be done. So, guys, if anybody ever asks you for a seed phrase, wallet, bank account, just anything, is a scammer. Just automatically assume it's a scammer, because 99.9999% of the time it is a scam. So just very, very, very be safe out there. Now, Australia is cracking down on crypto crime, though. In late October, the AFP announced that it had cracked a coded cryptocurrency wallet backup containing 9 million Australian dollars and suspected to be the proceeds of a crime. Now, in late August, Australia's markets regulator was reported to be expanding its campaign against online scams, having taken down 14,000 since July of 2023. Now, with over 3,000 involving cryptocurrencies of those, so very nice. In July, authorities in the Australian island state of Tasmania found that the top 15 users of crypto ATMs in the state were all victims of scams with combined losses of $1.6 million. And there's another type of scam, too, that these scammers use. They try to get you to go to a crypto ATM, they texted you a QR code, and then, you put money in the ATM, it goes to their wallet, it's done. You don't have that crypto at all. I've seen people all the time too come in here. It's I have my receipt and everything. I put some money in machine. I got crypto. Where is it? It's well, where did you send it to? It's well, I put a QR code. Who sent you that QR code? Oh, my buddy or my friend online. It's that person has the crypto. They stole it from you. It's a scam. There's nothing to do. That receipt is nothing. It's just showing where it went to on the blockchain. If anything, take that, report it to the police, and try to forewarn other people, because then now they can get an idea of that crypto wallet. So if anybody utilizes it, they'll be able to compare it. But yeah, so be careful out there. Also, if anybody sends you to a crypto ATM to put money in there, don't do it. There's so many cheaper ways to buy crypto. So that's just if you're new and everything, you don't know how to do that, is just a great way to be scammed out there. So be careful. Again, guys, scams are always happening out there, and it's up to us to be diligent and be aware of all these scams so we do not fall for them. But that is it for the news I have for you today. Oh, do we have a comment in here? From Mark Schwager, 2027. What's up, brother? I'm doing great. It is Thursday, getting ready to do our crypto class here at the club in a little bit. So yeah, guys, if you want to be a part of our educational classes we have here, they're on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30 Eastern time. Today, we are going to be talking about, what are we talking about again today? Bitcoin and everyday payments, a beginner's course right now. And I created this a PowerPoint for this, really just talking about the history of money and how did we get to everyday payments. So it'll be a quick little PowerPoint, 20 slides. So that way we can have a nice little discussion afterwards with me and Steve Blanco up in Nashville. And then next week, guys, if you want to join the club and then get our weekly newsletter to gain access to these classes that we have on Zoom, because next week we're talking about crypto and geopolitics, as well as sending your first Bitcoin transaction demo. So great for beginners. If you don't know how to send Bitcoin, we got classes to help you out with that. So yeah, I got that going on today, so I'm going to get ready for that. My lunch is probably going to be here too. Let's take a quick look at our Fear and Greed Index. Where are we at there today? Yesterday we were at 31 or 28, and we were at 25. So we are making our way back down to extreme fear. So again, if Bitcoin dips beneath 98,000, then we are definitely going to be in extreme fear territory and probably expect a little bit more hurt before there'll be a pull up. So again, we're just watching that Bitcoin price right now. Taking a look to see where we can go. Here's the year chart. So okay, we're still not there yet. So I think if this would be the line to be checking, that is 78,000. Okay, so that's basically previous all-time highs down there. So if we reach back down to the previous all-time high, I don't know, that could be a turning point. That could be the end of the hurt. But again, we got some analysts out there calling for 93,000 Bitcoin before we get a pump back up. So there's a lot of speculation out there for where we can go. I want to say, if you're not doing the daily trades, just dollar cost average, hold for the long term, save that Bitcoin, and you'll be set in the future. But that's it, everybody. Hope everyone has an awesome Thursday. I will see you again tomorrow with some more crypto news. So stay safe. Love you guys. Peace.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine, Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.